Oh yeah, he has the RS6. That's right. I can't wait to build my first car, chat. Should be soon. Marlo said he put in an order for parts that we get on Tuesday. Bum, bum. Where you at?
Hey, I'm at, what's the ping number?
6.
There it is. Yeah, I fucking woke up at the wrong place.
On my way. I'll see you in a sec.
All right, see you in a bit. Yeah, I thought I had my car parked up at the Pegasus building, but turns out I wasn't.
Oh, thanks, guys. Thank you, chat. Yeah, I fucking hate when that happens. So yeah, I don't.
So what they said was that you could convert your VIN scratched into like a legitimate car, so it belongs to you, or some shit like that.
What the
And so
fuck
Orange
are these
Press,
people on, bro? Like, in what world do you think that you should say that in a public place?
Hutch,
Like,
brother,
you're sitting
that
there.
That is this city. That is the city, minus like maybe 30 people.
Like, you're sitting
You know what I
there,
mean?
bro, and you're like, it just shocks me how fucking stupid people are. Like, how does that make sense to be something that you actually want to talk about?
Yep. Oh, trust me. I mean, I've been dealing with this since day one. Let me let you in on something. I was working on the most nines level shit with somebody in the first 2 weeks after the big economic collapse.
That sounds like you were dealing with meth.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, continue.
And it was some of the most low key thing you could imagine. Nobody knew it was on the fucking streets for God knows how long.
Oh, it was like 3 months until someone released that meth was even in the city, let alone knew about it.
How it was working, It was magical, but it was nearly inconceivable that when I had to let it out, that this could have been kept so close to my chest, right? And inconceivable that I had good intent in the long term. It was I couldn't even have a conversation with people as to why I couldn't tell them things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the reality of the matter is that, and I've been on this rodeo, my man, like for years. I've been dealing, like, I was the only class 2 gun dealer for 2.5 years. No one even fucking knew I was involved until I wanted them to know. You know? Like, and why? Because all it takes is one person who does not care. Yeah. Oh yeah, that too. No. That's when it started. That was when it got opened up even wider. But it was way more COVID. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, for sure.
But all it takes is one individual that doesn't understand or care about the value of the secret, or that they don't feel like they have ownership, and they'll just stop blabbing them out. They'll joke about it. They'll put it over your head, you know. So that's what it is. Now, I don't know if Sophia actually told them. The day
I feel like
before
that's a
this,
really odd person to call out, though.
It is, because I don't think Otto had the chance to tell Sophia. He did tell her, according to Sophia. She told me, now this is the day before this, right? So this is what, Friday? We were trying to scratch her a ninja. It was me, Orange, and her. And she had mentioned that Otto had told her that there's going to be some documentation he wants to put together.
Yeah, I guarantee you, Otto. I guarantee you, Otto probably slipped up and said something, and it's now people are just running around. I think that's the
But
problem with Otto. Like Otto will now, granted, it's not like he goes and does it intentionally, but he'll just expect people not to be fucking morons, and then they are fucking morons. You know? I mean, I do the same mistake. Otto told me some things at the beginning whenever he was like, saw some of the people I was hiring and stuff. He's like, this might not be a good idea. And I was like, they seem like good dudes, blah, blah, blah. And then he ends up being right, So it's fuck.
I look at it a little bit differently. I think Otto tells people that he expects, like you said, just like you said, but he knows that if that shit leads to something, he's going to fucking get rid of them.
Well, exactly, and that's why whenever Otto wakes up today and we tell him that Sophia's a fucking says too much, he'll break her kneecaps. He doesn't care.
Mm-hmm.
Which again, it's like, man, what the fuck?
Now,
are you thinking?
Before we go any further, when I spoke to Sophia and I said, "Did you tell people? Did you mention anything about vehicles and scratches and shit to anybody?" And she said the only thing she said was to me and Orange about the paperwork. Right?
Oh, here's Orange right here.
Oh, perfect.
Yo.
Hey, Orange, you need to come and meet up with me. What's your PayPal?
You want to actually
88.
Where do you want to go, Nino?
You want to go to the
Oh, you're with Nino. That's
Yeah, hey,
right.
meet me at the spot. We'll talk there.
All right, so yeah.
See ya.
I want to be cautious. Well, let's wait till Orange is here.
Yeah. Man, that just fucking grinds my gears, bro.
Yeah.
Someone who's not even involved, like doesn't even have keys, knows nothing about the shop. Like, give me at least let someone who's gonna burn this place. At least let someone who's gonna be a fucking moron and like leak everything and like ruin this entire cool fucking.
So I don't think Sophia ratted anything.
Well, no. What
I'll
I'm
tell you
saying
why.
is that at least let it be someone I gave keys to. Like.
Yeah.
At the very least, if this place burns and turns into shambles and it only lasts for 2 weeks, at least let it be someone that I gave keys to, so I can be like, you know what, I fucked up. Not some random motherfucker that I've never met before.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Just fucking irks me, bro. So who do you think it is?
I'll tell you what once Orange is here, because I want him to explain what he heard as well.
Okay.
So that's another thing I learned. Always talk to people, like, you know what I mean? Telephone fucking
for
sucks
sure.
ballsack.
Yeah.
Especially if I, misheard something or like.
Questioning people on the spot instead of questioning someone on the phone is a lot different too.
Mm-hmm. Like the other day, I heard you might not know these people. How a buddy of mine, he's got a girlfriend, and she's been seeing somebody else, like as a friend, not so friend. And I got told by some random guy that they're dating now.
Oh, you're talking about Ray and Kat. Yeah, bro, with Goofy, of course. That's a given.
And then when I pressed the issue, he goes, "Okay, wait, actually, he didn't say they were dating. He sort of just implied it." And I said, "Well, what did he say?" And then what he told me did not sound like any implication. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes people like misconstrue shit.
Yeah, for sure. What up, Orange? Talk to me.
Hello.
What happened?
I don't know if Nino told you any of it, but yeah, I roll up to a bike race on my R1. This guy asked me if it's VIN scratched, and then he follows up by asking me if I was going to convert it. He said, I was like, what? What are you talking about? And
Who is
guy
this?
goes,
Do we know who this is?
Yeah. So he ends up saying that Sophia, Otto's wife, told him.
Talk a little louder.
Give me 1 second. Hey,
yeah.
We might need to reschedule for tomorrow. I'm dealing with some heavy shit right now. Yeah, I mean, unless you want to wait like 30 minutes or so. I'll give you a call once I'm done, and we'll see if you're around. If not, we'll wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll turn the stream output up a little bit here. There you guys go.
Yeah. So basically, he asked me if I was going to convert it. And I was like, "What are you talking about? Convert it?" And then he goes, "Sophia, Otto's wife, told us that we're going to be able to convert VIN scratches into actual cars soon." And then I was like, "Yeah, there's no way that's gonna be a thing."
Wait. So he said, word for word, Sophia, Otto's wife.
And he specifically said Otto's wife. Yeah.
So that's for sure. That I do not see that not being. No one comes up and says, especially when you ask, they instantly go, "Yeah, Sophia, Otto's wife," because then they basically know that Otto is the one who's in charge of this business in the first place.
So here is.
No,
and
I don't
told
think
Orange
this guy did
already.
anything like foul play. Like what you're thinking. I think it's more so
Really?
on.
Really, you don't think this is a?
I think
knower?
it's more so on Sophia, to be honest.
So here's where my head is at. Sophia was with me and Orange for a short period of time for a scratch the day before. And she told us about the documentation. I don't know if she mentioned where it was going to be made or whatever. Do you remember what she said to us?
No, she was just talking about documents.
Yeah, and it's going to look real and this and that. Now, after that, I'm pretty sure she didn't go out racing too much. And okay, so I called Sophia. So I was like, I don't think Otto would have told her about what this shop can do.
Well, here's my thing. The only people who know about, not even everyone who works here knows about the VIN scratching thing. The only people who should know about that is people with keys. And that is it. The most I've said to anyone about all of this stuff is that I've told people that that we can just rent out vehicles. That's it.
I think what we need to do is find out if Otto actually told Sophia this.
Yeah, it's just a matter of when he's going to be around.
I imagine Otto telling him about or her about the documentation.
Orange, who's this guy, by the way? I want to know this.
Yeah. So his racing name so his racing name is Crash Override. I have his number.
Never met him.
Nah, he's a bike racer. I'm just saying it wouldn't make any sense if this guy was like like a knower, like you said, because he wouldn't say that this person told me, in my opinion, and he wouldn't randomly name drop.
Well,
like that,
so the thing with this city is, and I think Nino can contest, where it's one of those things where, like, if you're gonna make up bullshit, it's very easy to get your facts straight before it happens. Now, I think the premise of all of this is to see if Otto told Sophia. Once we know that, we can build more of an idea. But it just blows me away that he said Otto's,
specifically convert, and then he said, yeah, Sophia.
Even
Otto's.
using the word convert is weird, bro. Like,
it is.
Well, yeah, that's the weird disconnect, because
change, alter, make, convert. Yep. Like, if I third eye your vehicle, the literally wording is convert. That's what makes it weird.
Here is my suspicion and my running theory, and it's going to all depend on what Otto actually told her, is based on how little I know she's been in the city in the time span this came out. I mean, I know she wasn't awake very long the day we scratched that car, and then it was the next morning this conversation came up. That I do believe that Otto told her about the documentation. I don't think he told her anything else. If
does
he
Otto
did,
even know about the documentation? Like, that's not an Otto thing, is it?
Yes, it is. Everything in this shop, Otto knows. He's the top dog.
I didn't even know we were gonna be doing papers like that from here.
Well, it's not. So that's a different business. It's some other shit. We are just Don't worry about the paperwork. We build cars. That's what we do.
So to continue here, I imagine him telling her, because I believe I was told the same day, right? And I don't think he mentioned anything beyond that. Now, Should she have told me and Orange this? Me, maybe. Orange, like, you know, you don't really know Sophia that well.
No, I just
And
told
if
her in
she knew
R1.
anything more than that, I would be surprised if she did not tell me. I would be shocked. You with me so far? So
Yeah,
for her
100%.
not to have told me about knowing about converting vehicles, that when I got my Ninja, that she didn't break, like she would have brought this up, you know? It's strange that she didn't. And what my running theory is, I wonder if she hyped up this documentation shit, which she shouldn't have been doing in the beginning,
To try and get business.
and an apple turned into a fucking orange. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like a
I
dot was
100%.
connected.
Yep.
Because you know that shit happens. Right?
Yeah, little information turns into I was told this
I know
big ass
everything.
story. Exactly.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
ding, unlocked. Now let me just spill the beans on absolutely everything.
And it happens every fucking day. I see it.
Yeah.
Like someone, like people know like something and they hear like a whiff of it and somehow they know everything about it. Like as if one sentence was enough for them to comprehend, you know. This is such a weird, strange fucking conversation.
Yeah, man, it's just like it's just so fucking frustrating, bro. Because it's like, it's you know, because this is one of, if not the first business where there really isn't a front. It's all like off of like the main eyes. Like it's literally on something that involves that you have to have a dongle and a laptop and a VPN, and then it's like the first business that's ran through that shit. And it's like every time I hear something like this, or it's like people are just waiting to get a little bit of information.
Yeah.
Like I can't, Nino, brother, I can't tell you how many people come up to me every day. Hey man, I just wanted to see if you wanted to talk about some stuff that you brought up in the races, and wanted to see if you guys needed any more people involved. And
Oh
it's
yeah,
just
they're
like,
just artificially now wanting to talk with you.
yeah, and it's just like it's one of those things where it's just it's very frustrating, man, especially hearing this kind of shit.
I think getting to the bottom of it is, honestly, I think once we get to the bottom of, oh my god, you know, back in the day, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier to Hutch, is I used to be the class 2 guy. In fact, my warehouse used to be right outside Mission Row PD. Go in there, make some fucking AKs, move it through the city, whatever. I used to have motherfuckers, I kid you not, go up to our keyhole and know that guns are made there. You know what I'm saying?
And now Orange, let me explain something too. We're talking about the same guy that one of my cousins walked up to and said, "Hey, are you Nino? Can I get your number?" And he told him to fuck off and then put a hit out for his head. Like that. That's the kind of like seriousness that he was in the old city. But somehow people just just know.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating, man.
That's why I want to be very cautious with us like popping the top too quickly. You know
I'm gonna be honest. I want to go and kill Sophia. If she wasn't Otto's wife, I would have already shot her in the head and threw her in the water. But
she means well. She's gotten in way too deep, way too quick.
Well, that's the problem, right? Where it's like you don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea. All you know is that it's some type of business, and now you're talking about that business because, hey, I'm at a race, so I'm just gonna talk about it because I know something.
I really don't think that the biker guy is like foul play, to be honest.
I don't think it's necessarily like a foul play thing either.
I think worst case it's a misunderstanding
Yes.
on his end. I don't think he's doing anything weird because I know she's been racing bikes lately, and it's a biker who brought it up. It just like connects.
I think
like, all the evidence aligns.
I agree. I think that Sophia heard this information, was sitting there in a group of people, brought it up. They asked her more. She said more, and then it's converted to this. The problem with everything is just using the word "convert" is just very odd to me. That's not
convert is strange.
That's not a word that someone just says. You know. Like,
yeah, I mean,
change.
But she said that we could like convert it into our own car and keep it. So like, I don't know.
And again,
what if maybe she was told this? Now that we're like kind of talking out loud, is that it is possible that during the conversation of the, the documentation, that the notion of something getting converted over came up.
Yep, and then it was like, okay, well then just 1 + 1 = 17. Here we go.
Well, who would have even told her about the documents in the first
Otto.
place? You
She was
think?
probably there with Otto during
like,
a meeting.
Otto is literally the key to everything to find out.
Well,
clearly.
it's
Yeah.
the problem. So what Otto does is like, I'll tell you the kind of person Otto is. Otto's the kind of guy who says, I have a meeting. You're with him in his car. He'll bring you to the meeting, and it will be about life-changing fucking crazy shit in this city. Like, a nuke is about to go off in Los Santos to save the world, but if too many people know, the entire city's going to die, but Otto would just let you be right there listening with him. Like, that's just the kind of guy he is. That's just, in his mind, if you fuck up and you burn him, he'll just kill you. Right? He'll literally hire me or hire anyone else to just murder you. I've killed many people for him. So he probably just wasn't thinking and had her around him. And then, Nino will say the same. You tell one person one thing in the city. Like, for example, whenever I told Tony yesterday and I brought him into the to this garage, I don't know if I told you that, Nino, but I brought Tony in. I know for a fact that Tony is going to go and tell Mr. Buddha and Leslie. Or Buddha, he's going to tell Mr. Buddha. Buddha's going to tell Leslie. Buddha's also going to tell Dean. That's just how family works. I would do the same.
Oh. I just remembered a key detail. Oh my god, I do way too much shit to remember like fucking conversations. There's something about James Arsenal that was brought up.
James Arsenal. Who's that?
It may not have actually been Otto. It may have been James that had told her.
I know James. He knows me pretty well.
God
so
damn
I
it.
could-
What's his
But
racing
like the thing
alias?
is, like,
I don't think we should
I don't
talk
even
to
know
James.
James'
I think we need to
racing
talk to
alias.
Sophia. And the reason I say that is, okay, here. Tell me what you think about this in terms of a plan of action. Obviously, we got to talk to Otto, right? Making any moves right now doesn't make any sense because if we do, it just legitimizes let's just call them rumors, right? Deny. They're just rumors. Nobody needs to know any better.
Yeah.
Sophia can be questioned as to where she got this from so that when we do talk to Otto, we have the information, right?
Yeah, bro,
And
Cody, thank you so much
finally,
for tier 1.
It is Otto's wife at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Right?
I can't
If
kill
he makes
Otto's
a
wife.
call, he makes a call. And maybe he has a purpose for this. I can tell you right now that there's things that she's involved in that go beyond this. And he's trusted her with that. So, who are we to judge at the end of the day?
Yeah,
right?
it might be one of those things where she just doesn't. She's in deeper shit than this, so she just thinks that this isn't as big of a deal. And little does she know that I'll cut her fucking head off if I get the word that I can.
yeah, she just needs to. You should never be bringing it up with a group of fucking bike racers.
I've known her
Even
since
just
like
the documentation thing.
I knew her before she met Otto. She does listen, but she's in the second grade right now.
Oh yeah, she's.
You know
just
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know
There's
exactly
a
what you're
lot of
saying.
lessons she's got to learn.
Yeah.
And the only course of action we may have here is to give her like a real slice of reality.
Well, yeah, I mean, here's my thing. She's been sheltered by knowing people like yourself and knowing people like Otto. She's never had someone throw her into a back of a trunk and shoot her and drop her into the dam, Like,
Well, trust me, it's not. There's been multiple times where I've heard people say, like, her use my name as like protection, and I know she does the same with Otto.
well, exactly. Well, listen, here's my thing, right? Obviously, Otto, at the end of the day, that's my boss for pretty much everything in this city. So I can't do pretty much anything without him telling me to do so. But with that being said, if that is pulled, then it won't change much because I'll just make it worse. Like, here's my thing. If I get the clear from Otto here, and I go and tell him, and I say there needs to be some type of repercussions for her running her mouth, and he gives me the okay, you will not see her again. Like that's my promise. Because
I mean, hell, I'd fucking do it myself.
Yeah, because in this city, this, Orange, you're either this or you're gonna know this. It's one of those things where the more that you use people's names, the more that you drop people's names or you use other people for protection of what you're doing, is the more that you're just going to burn bridges over and over and over and over again. And the problem with knowing people or having connections with higher up people in the city is that you get spoiled by the idea of being protected, and then one day you're going to wake up and that protection is going to be gone, and you're going to wonder what the fuck happened. And you're going to have no idea that you burned those fucking bridges that took other people months to build, but you got it luckily in weeks.
Mm.
And that's what's going to happen. And I'll kill her. I don't give a fuck. I've killed many people. I'll kill her too. So
Yeah.
I think this is an Otto thing. We gotta wait for Otto to come to the city, and there's a lot of shit that we gotta talk to him about the app. We gotta talk to him about. We just put in a shipment for a bunch of fucking materials, and then we also gotta talk to him about how we're gonna do the cars and everything. I'll just add this onto the fucking list.
Yeah, I was actually gonna talk to you about it. I actually feel like, as a front for the business, if you're gonna be, H&O Imports, and we're supposed to be importing cars,
Mm.
I really do think cars like the Adder, the Turismo, the Itali, cars that aren't in the city. Even like yesterday, we even scratched a Cyber truck. The fucking like crazy
Really?
ass. Yeah, I think those are the kind of cars that we should be bringing into the cities as like one of ones that can be
That's
Well,
sold
a great
legally.
fucking idea, actually.
Yeah.
Because
So
I feel like if you start just pumping out RS6s, that's not gonna end well.
no. So what's gonna happen is that so we're gonna change a little bit on how we do things. I can't really say anything too much because it's an Auto thing whenever he comes around. But we're gonna change the entire dynamic of the way that we run the business with the renting and the buying and all of that. But let's just say like everything that we've set up so far is pretty much all gonna be thrown out the window and then redone. Because right now the idea behind letting people rent out VIN scratches just isn't gonna work. Maybe buy would
Yeah,
work,
renting is
but
not
renting
working
is
unless
not
we
gonna
didn't
work.
have. Yeah.
Because again, we want too much money in insurance. People don't want to put up 30K to drive a car for a tsunami, and the numbers just don't run. So
Plus, it's all in G&E right now too, which people don't have.
I
that
don't even
much
think
of.
with cash it would work either, because they're gonna see a $25,000
Yeah,
price
I
tag.
I agree.
Yeah, I think it's a little confusing. Like, just off of like the UI alone on the laptop, like people
Mm-hmm.
don't even. I've had people ask what insurance is at races and like all that and how it works. It also doesn't say how long you have the bike for. There's a lot of information
Oh my
missing.
god. Okay, I'm gonna say an idea, and this is off the top of my head, so this may be fucking dumb as fuck.
Mm.
What if there was like another type of race you could enter in?
What do you mean?
Well, today, everybody and their mother is able to race. It's a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing in that everyone can join. Races kick off often. But I'm sure you've seen it yourself. It brings a lot of fruit farmers that are looking to pick some G&E.
Yep.
And very much okay to smash another cars and not have any fucking etiquette. And hell, as someone who's barely raced himself, I fucking see it as like a fucking sore thumb. Now, what if there was some more elite races
There's already that. It's called the Midnight Club.
that
That's
you
a
could
tuner shop thing. So I've actually had this idea, and I was told that the Big Dog, by Big Dog I mean PM, and the tuner shop is like their domain. So I've had this idea, and I was like, oh, dude, this would be so cool. This, that, and the other. Sadly, it's already claimed.
Because what I was thinking is like if there was a way that we could shave G&E as credit that goes to this shop. So you race as you normally do, but you're building G&E credit. It might be one G&E, might be two G&E. You're building it up. It comes here, but you can only use it on the cars.
I mean, that's a great idea. I think that's something I talked to Otto about. I just don't know how we would set that up, because everything is ran by the puppet master at the end of the day. He's the almighty. He's the big man. He's the one who gives us the G&E in the first place. So that's going to be a conversation I'd have to have with him to make us be able to get that G&E rerouted.
I think
That's
one
a
thing
really
I
good
wanted to
point.
push really hard though that would also increase the value of this business is I really think that Vince Scratch cars should get a bonus from completing a race. Like, you should be rewarded for taking the risk of driving
I
a Vince
agree.
Scratch in
I
a race.
100% agree
That's a
with that.
great idea.
I also will tell you this. Once we do the reworking of the app and everything like that, we're gonna have a loyalty, like a membership program with these vehicles that people, when they wake up, can actually pull out the selection of vehicles, instead of just having to. So like right now, I can't say too much because I don't want to, because again, fucking people will just unlock it somehow. But let's just say that we had 10 legit cars, and then someone bought a membership for the cars, right? It's like a week or 2 weeks or whatever. You could just rent any of those cars out right at the start of the tsunami. No risks, no anything. 200 G&E for a week, you could rent whatever you want. Or not even a week, it'd be like 200 G&E for 2 weeks or some shit like that. Which isn't a lot. But the cool thing is that everyone would have memberships, and it wouldn't be on us if there's no vehicles in there, right? So.
But they'd be legitimate cars. which would
Exactly. No
Raise
risk.
a whole bunch of
All
other
drive.
problems, though.
Why?
Whenever they're caught, like, what if someone takes that to a bank and shoots people?
Oh, cut their heads off.
I mean,
Yeah,
they go
I
do
mean,
that,
it's
they
just-
lose their shit, right?
Exactly.
They get cut.
Yeah, they get
Well-
cut, they lose their shit, they get burned, they get blacklisted, they
Mhm.
get killed, they get robbed. I'll
And
I'll
then
demand
also-
retribution.
So let's even
Mhm.
say something more simple, right? Because the main reason would be to buy a car for street racing, because that's what you'd support. So if someone gets caught street racing in that car, then like a day later, someone else gets caught, and then
Hutch,
you
you
know
big
a
freaking
week
idiot.
later,
No,
someone else
stop.
gets caught.
After
The car
someone
is
gets
gonna
caught
be...
twice, we'll change the paperwork and we'll sell it through autos. We'll burn
Okay,
the car
yeah.
off.
I mean, if you could do shit like that, that would definitely be good.
I mean, yeah, we'll just sell it through autos. Once it gets caught too many times and it starts to get tracked back to us, we'll just sell it. Get it out of our inventory. That's the beautiful thing about having. We have a lot of power. You know, we have a lot of control over shit in this city. Which, by the way, I need to transfer you all your vehicles back, and I need to wipe the selection on the app because we are changing everything up. And you need to tell AP the same. I need to give AP his cars back. I need to give everybody their cars back. I'm gonna transfer them all back to you guys.
Okay.
We'll do that actually now. Here, let me go ahead and grab this stuff.
But yeah, I guess it just depends on how this business is gonna work. But I do think focusing those cars that aren't sold in PDM is a really good idea.
I like that a lot. I like
Hey,
that
what's
a lot.
going on, Hutch?
Yo, what's up, Hutch? Congrats
What
on the app. I just seen it.
Oh yeah, thanks, brother. Appreciate that, man.
What the fuck are this G&E sticks for?
So there's gonna be a cap on your phone for G&E. It's gonna be a cap at 1,000. If you have 1,000, you won't be able to make any more G&E. So the sticks are storage devices to where you could just buy the sticks, store your G&E in the sticks, and not have to worry about not making any more. Once you get above 1,000, you can't make any more G&E until you're below 1,000.
Oh shit, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so if I were you, I'd convert your G&E once you start getting up there, and just, you know, it's a storage stick that never goes away, so you don't have to worry about it like falling apart or anything like that. It's forever. I'm
Okay,
sorry,
hell yeah.
mate. You'll like it.
Good
You'll
shit,
like
bro.
what we're gonna
Good
do.
shit.
Appreciate that, man. If you have any more questions, let me know. I'm in a meeting right now. I'll call you back, okay?
Alright, later.
Peace.
I think the insurance costs just scared everyone off. Like, I can't believe people aren't even renting R1s for 120,000.
Oh, dude, yeah. That's what I was telling Otto yesterday.
I think people are scared enough to lose their own scratches, let alone someone else's.
Here, come over here. I'm going to transfer you all these back.
This is my favorite one.
State ID?
Hutch, you big
8455.
There you go. Here's number 1.
Do I still keep them here?
For now, yes, but once we update the storage, you'll have to move them into your personal. So what we're gonna do is basically Otto wants to we're gonna be like kind of like a buyer now. So if you guys have these Vince scratches and you guys would like to sell them, we'll buy them. You had this one. This is yours, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
This is,
Oh,
So what we want to
this
do
was
is
the one I was saying we should convert.
looks like a Bugatti, but it ain't.
So what
Yeah,
we
that's
want to
what it
do
is.
is we want to buy the vehicles from you guys now so that we can take all the risk and you guys don't have to take the risk. Because that was the problem. There you go.
I mean, even if we took some of the risk there, Hutch, like I don't think that's the end of the world, you know.
Yeah.
At some level, like I could imagine, like I get it, like, you know, I don't want to take some of the risk, but I can imagine people like myself and Orange and shit may need to do some heavy fucking lifting to
Well, yeah, obviously
make
there's
some
gonna
shit
be
possible, you know.
yeah, there's gonna be a lot of shit that's gonna go down, like heavy lifting, shit like that. I'm going to the RS6 is yours too, right, Orange?
No, that's AP's. Mine's the
Alright,
Elegy. I think my bike is already here. Is my own? Let me check. Yeah, it's just the Elegy now.
Okay, cool. Wait, what's going on, bro?
What kind of rates do you think
Alright,
you're gonna
beautiful.
be buying them at, though?
I mean, that's the thing, right? We're gonna have to wait for everything to be adjusted and all that shit to happen, because the prices and the rates and everything like that's gonna be changed soon. So we gotta wait for that, and we gotta buy accordingly. That's why, like we talked about before, you're gonna get fucked because the prices on scratches are gonna go down.
They're going to go down more?
I don't know. I don't know.
They definitely shouldn't go down more than they already have. That'd be stupid, in my opinion. They're
Yeah.
already cheap enough.
Like that WRX, brother. I got a WRX an
Oh,
hour
dude,
before the
this-
tsunami. I couldn't find a single person to scratch.
That's such like a fucking kick in the dick.
Mm-hmm. But that said, I've seen a lot of them come through, so I don't know. I'm gonna fucking start racing like a madman soon enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do here. Right now, we can all go and start racing. If you
Yeah,
guys
let's fucking
want.
do it.
But yeah, if you guys hear anything else, just let me know. I consider both of you guys kind of like, when it comes to this shop, you guys are both in positions to make pretty much executive decisions. Right now, the heads of the shop is, of course, Otto, myself, and Marlo. And right underneath that, I consider you guys like my right hands. So if you guys ever have something, hear something, and something's going on, and you want to make that executive decision, you have 100% the right to do so. So you heard it from the horse's mouth. I consider you guys kind of like, if this was a legitimate business, you guys are like the managers of the shop. So I just want you guys to know that, in case you guys haven't already been told.
Sounds good.
Racing Masako for a little
You
variety.
ever think we're gonna get like contracts that show up only at the shop, and we gotta pull them off from somewhere to bring it in?
So again, yes, that's one thing I wanted, and I really, really want. It's like here, I'm actually gonna drive the Masacro. You want to try out the Dominator, Nino?
Nah, I want to get used to my the car I got right now.
Got you. Jump in. We'll take
Mhm.
this.
You're getting
So-
decent.
Yeah,
I don't know.
man, you're getting a lot better. I'm gonna tell you, you sucked day one. You're getting a lot better now. But I mean, that just takes with time, right?
Mm-hmm. You gotta learn the laps, with the lines up.
I got really mad at a couple OG racers today. I don't think I overstepped.
Oh, my car's
but
at the